Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. As it's another Monday, it's a Mythic Monday, and today we're going to be taking a look at an oldie but a goodie, Zazhar. If Saturday morning cartoons fueled your imagination as a kid and powers your action figure collecting now as an adult, then you're in the right place. Thanks for stopping by, and welcome to Saturday Morning Toy Collector. And if you like my content, please consider subscribing. Alright, taking a closer look at the front of the package here, you can see Zazhar here in all of his little glory. You see the Poxxus symbol right there on the side. That's his faction symbol right there. And if you want to pause this right here, you can certainly do so and read his little bio. And taking a closer look at the figures on the back, man, this is an old wave. Look at these guys. Look at Red Finn right there, looking so good. I do have that ogre right there. I forgot what his name is, but I love that guy. He looks great. But yep, he comes with a lot of stuff, so let's get him opened up and take a closer look at it. Now, as he is an older figure, he's just going to come with your standard fare. He does have these older style shoulder pauldrons. He does come with a standard wrap here, standard belt. He does come with that long spear, gold and silver in color. We've seen this 100 times. He does come with that standard sword that we've seen a bunch, and he does come with a little small little dagger. It's kind of funny that as he is sort of like a magician, a magic wielder, he didn't come in any kind of magical stuff. But this is an older figure, so he really doesn't have. They didn't have those pieces in the library yet. But taking a closer look at this guy, man, he just looks great. I love this blue color and the bright orange eyes. There's just so much detail here, and I love his design. Out of all of these designs, I think I like the blue version of this guy the best. I love these horns with these sculpted ridges. They all are also painted on the inside. Those eyes just super pop. This guy reminds me of Zazhar. He may be a prototype for Oleg. I really think that they used this color scheme for Oleg later down the line. I love these tattoos or lines that are painted all over his body. That airbrushing on the back is just so good. I love the purple armor. I'm not the biggest fan of this orange loincloth here. I think it could be like maybe a different color. Just me personally, I just not a fan of that particular color. He does have the cloven hooved feet, which looks really cool. And let's see like what one of these shoulder pauldrons will look like if we pop it on, if they're going to be easy to pop on or difficult. These are some of the worst shoulder pauldrons for pushing in, because the back part there has that spike that you have to like kind of work around. But yeah, they because that thing is kind of sharp and it hurts, but yeah, they go in pretty easily. And I really like the way that looks. This may be one of those times where like I just used one shoulder pauldron. Typically I like both, but when you have a shirtless, bare-chested body, sometimes a single pauldron can look really cool on there. Because you can put a strap like the belt across his chest to make it look like that particular shoulder pauldron is being held on with that strap, and we're gonna try that out right now. And I think that works really well for like a bare-chested body. I think it just looks more realistic, more natural, I guess. I just think it looks really neat. Whereas if you put both of the shoulder pauldrons on, you're like, what is it connected to? Like, where is this? How is this being held onto his body, But I really think that this looks super nice like this. This may be how I put this guy on my shelf, although I do have a lot of bits and bobs. I may try to like kit this guy out a little differently to make him fit a little bit more with his story than what we were given in the package. But I do want to do some pop and swaps with this guy, so let's see what we can do here. Like I said, I really think that this guy was like a sort of like the prototype for Oleg Zazhar. When they went to make Oleg in the Cosmic line, I think they looked back at this guy and they were like, hey, let's see if we could do something here, because this does not look out of place. I think you could put this head on any one of your Cosmic Legions figures, and I think it's going to work out great. I think it's going to actually work. And you can see what I mean here by being a prototype for Oleg, because if we bring him in, you can see definitely we've got this bare-chested, sort of blue demon-looking guy with bright orange, reddish eyes. And you can see that they could be brothers. They could be cousins. here, and I think it looks really good. Just look at the amount of detail that they have been able to, you know, get into their figures from like the first few waves of Mythics all the way now to the latest wave of Cosmics. It's just the amount of detail is crazy that they've risen to. Now I also want to pop this head on the Demistros body because I really love this body and I think it just works very well. And I think this color scheme works great with that purple and the bluish armor, and I think it looks great with this with Zazhar's head on it. Yeah, this guy just looks really, really dope. All right, so I've kind of kitted him out here with some stuff that just from my fodder bin. I really love, since we're going to go with this orange, I wanted to go with like the redder belts. So I had a couple of redder belts that I just kind of put on there to like help bring that color up into his upper chest here. And I have these blades that are both have different color handles. One's blue, one's green, that sort of, you know, kind of mimics his dichotomy of being split into two and there being two halves of this guy, Zazhar and Azahazzar. But anyway, so let's go ahead and get this guy under some lighting and into some backgrounds and see how he poses up. I've had this guy once before. I had him when I originally, because like I said, I had the first couple of waves of Mythics. I was originally in on the original Kickstarter, but I did get out of Mythics after that. I ended up selling off all my figures, and boy, I wish I hadn't, because those first few waves of figures are pretty pricey. But this guy is great. I'm glad to have him back in my collection again. I'm really needing to get some like magical effects, I think, for this guy, maybe a cape and some magic spellcasting effects to really kind of like bring this guy to life, and I think I may do that soon. I will be traveling this weekend to Toylanta. Four Horsemen will have a table there, so I'm going to be picking up some of the Poxxus wave finally, so look for those reviews coming soon. But thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching. I super appreciate it. Please continue to check us out over at Instagram at Saturday Morning Toy Collector. I am your Saturday Morning Toy Collector. I'm your host, Mark, and I will see you in the toy aisles.